Bonjour, aujourd'hui nous parlons du passé composé avec avoir et les verbes réguliers. Today I'm going to teach you a past tense in French called the passé composé. We're going to be using those with avoir and regular verbs, so that will make more sense in a moment. But first of all, what is the passé composé? The passé composé is the most commonly used past tense in French. And verbs in the passé composé have two parts. You're going to have an auxiliary verb, either avoir or être, and a past participle. Today we're going to be talking about the verbs that use avoir as their auxiliary. So first of all, you see that word auxiliary verb. What does that mean? It can also be called a helping verb. You'll see it called a helping verb as well. So most verbs in French require avoir as the helping verb to form the passé composé. And so let's review the conjugations of avoir. You have j'ai, tu as, il, elle, and on a, nous avons, vous avez, and ils and elles ont. So we've seen this before. If you're having any trouble remembering these conjugations, make yourself some flashcards, play some games online, whatever it is, send me an email and I will help you find a way to study that works for you. So we need that. And then we need to make the past participle. I said that those verbs have two parts. We need to make what we call a past participle, which is the second piece of the verb in the passé composé. So if you have a regular ER verb, remember this is our biggest group of verbs, we have lots of these, you're going to take the ER off the end and you're going to add an E with an accent. With an accent. Okay, so you have parler is going to be parler. They're going to sound just the same. Parler, parler. Danser, danser. Manger, manger. Sounds just the same, but very important to have that there. So here are some examples of past tense sentences using ER verbs. You have elle a parlé avec sa meilleure amie. And just like in the present tense in French, there are multiple translations that we can use in English. We can say she talked to her best friend, she has talked to her best friend, or she did talk to her best friend. Ils ont dansé toute la nuit. Ils ont dansé toute la nuit. So notice how there's this second piece of the verb that we want to put into the past, has that accented E, and only this part needs to change to match they. Tu as mangé des céréales. Tu as mangé des céréales. Okay, then for IR verbs, all you're going to do is take off the R so that your verb now ends in an I. So let's look at some examples of these. Vous avez fini vos devoirs? Vous avez fini vos devoirs? J'ai choisi un nouvel ordinateur. J'ai choisi un nouvel ordinateur. Nous avons bâti un château de sable. Nous avons bâti un château de sable. So you notice that all of those verbs ended in I, and we changed the form of avoir to match our subject. Now, for RE verbs, you're going to drop the RE off the end and add a U instead. So, for example, attendre would become attendu. So let's look at some examples. Ils ont attendu le bus. Ils ont attendu le bus. J'ai perdu mes clés. J'ai perdu mes clés. Il a vendu sa maison. Il a vendu sa maison. So this was just a brief introduction to those regular verbs and putting them into the past tense with avoir. You're going to have some additional notes in our lesson and lots of opportunities to practice this week. So please get in touch with me if you have any questions at all. Have a great day.